Brenda. Brenda. It's me, Natalie, your daughter. Natalie's friend in life. Your daughter, Natalie, who continues to remain my only angel in heaven with the same name as me. Today is Sunday, April the 13th, 2025. I've got a lot always going on this farm, but I have a lot going on this farm today in particular. And we are in the afternoon hours of today. And I have been wanting to, without you asking me to today, I've been wanting to deliver a message to you from your daughter, Natalie, who is an angel in heaven. And today is a very special day for your daughter because it is her angel-versary. April the 13th, 2019 is when your daughter's life ended here in this world, and her daughter's life was saved. And your daughter took a very big journey into beyond the skies of heaven. She became a beautiful angel. Brenda, I am the good shepherd here on my farm, as you know, and we have welcomed 12 new lady hens over the past many weeks. And so we've been doing baby steps, gradual introductions and everything. And today was our first day to just, it was like, you know what? You just know in life, you go, this is the day. And so we we opened the gates and all of the roosters had done their little introductions. And so there you have it. So I'm really in a totally different state of exhaustion right now, being the good shepherd here on my farm. And yet Natalie has been pacing me, your daughter Natalie, an angel in heaven, has been pacing me, Natalie, in my day to day, knowing that I, Natalie, felt today was a special day. Yes, it's on my calendar. April 13th, 2019 is when your daughter left this life. And so this is a little bit of a different message that I'm going to be delivering to you today, Brenda. Bear with me, as I always say. These messages, as soon as I hit the record button, are literally I am assisted as a messenger in this life to deliver. So your daughter Natalie is definitely present to help me deliver this message to you today, which is a beautiful message. I need to take a lot of deep breaths because I am exhausted. Oh my God, I've been like all around. Like, where's my birds? We have 40 birds now, 39 birds. And I'm like, where are they? And some of them look alike to the, I'm not here to talk about me today. Natalie right now is here. Your Natalie with me. And she is helping me to, beyond taking these deep breaths and bring it down a notch, your daughter is helping me at this moment, since I hit the record button over almost 4 minutes ago, to beyond tap into my soul. She's helping me to get to that space and place within my being so that I can get into the message that she wants to deliver to you today on her 6-year angel-versary, becoming one of heaven's angels. You know that I live on a small farm, clearly. You hear how quiet it is right now. You know that Natalie loves my roosters. So we'll see at some point if those roosters chime in with feeling when Natalie begins to really tap in as I get into this message for you today. I am always aware and always alert. I do have to give these little pre-amps, is what I call them. These are the moments which, again, like I said, allow me to take my life and, kind of get it to a space and place where I can take my mind and kind of push it to the side while still remaining fully alert. I am the Good Shepherd. I have to always be alert, even when I sleep. I do come with these little notes. Natalie, your daughter, has been chiming in, tapping in, as you know, these are words I use to help life understand what I mean in sharing these messages, because I'm not only here to deliver messages to you, I'm here to help you understand how I receive such messages from angels. Heaven is real. Your daughter is a beautiful angel. And I, as the Good Shepherd and as a person named Natalie myself in this life, am most grateful to have your daughter as my only Natalie, angel friend at this point in my life. Whew. I'm just going to show you. My sheep are asleep over there. I see my one rooster, Daisy. He's my problem child right now. We have 9 roosters, and he is at the bottom of the pecking order, but he has just discovered all these new ladies that we introduced them to, and he has become quite a handful. Brenda, he is a handful. I'm going to put the camera on him so we can see what he's doing. Brenda, today is my youngest daughter's birthday. My youngest daughter, her name is Kathleen, and she was born on April the 13th, 2003. Today is her 22nd birthday. Everything I'm going to share with you today becomes part of your message from your daughter. 22nd birthday, the number is 22. This becomes important to you today. I'm having a hard time right now getting out of my mind, okay? I'm having a hard time. I'm quite emotional. I'm sitting here, you know, celebrating my daughter's 22nd birthday, knowing that you're today not celebrating, that you're remembering your daughter's final day in this life. And so, again, when I get into these messages and I begin to connect with your daughter completely, when it becomes completely all my soul, there is no emotion coming from me unless it is emotion that your daughter's soul is having me express, okay? Thank you for sharing your daughter with me. I'm so grateful that we were able to connect. Many, many months ago when I gave you one of the first messages from your daughter, Natalie. The first thing that Natalie, your Natalie came forward to with me today was she said, see the sun. Mom, see the sun. Feel the love of my soul. Even when the sun is not there and it is cloudy or even rainy and cold, windy days. See the sun. Natalie wants you to feel the sun, even when you can't see it. She wants you to learn, Brenda, to start tapping into more of your own soul. What is our soul? We know what our mind is. We know what our body is. We're told what our soul is, but are we really ever told what our soul is? Our soul is pretty much everything that makes up our DNA, our existence, our being, our personality, everything. That is what our soul is, Brenda. And when we learn to tap further into our soul, and like I'm doing when I connect with your daughter, push your mind a little bit more to the back. Don't erase your mind, don't block your mind, but push it to the back a little bit to allow your soul to rise. That is when we begin to feel. And when we begin to learn how to feel more with our soul, we don't need our body, our eyes, vision to see such things. And this is very important as part of your message today, because this is what Natalie wants for you, is to see the sun always. She is your sun. Natalie quickly jumped from that. This is all going on from today. See, your daughter began to come through to me this morning. We're now at like the 4 or 5 almost p.m. hour here. This is also the busiest time for me on the farm, and yet Natalie has been with me all day, your Natalie, and after everything was said and done and I got my 12 new ladies up, Natalie was like, I'm here. I'm ready, Natalie, and so are you. Let's do this message for my mom. Let's give this gift to my mom today. My mom didn't even ask you to do this today, Natalie. I want to surprise my mom. This has nothing to do with me. Sequestering such spirit and wanting to deliver messages for the fun of it. I am a busy, busy person. And yet, when angels present to and through and of me, Brenda, I don't question, and I definitely never turn away such souls. I'm beginning to feel Natalie right here, a very inside of me, a very warm circle again. She gives me this circle every time I've connected with her. This is amazing to me, okay? Hey, this morning, after she was talking about the sun, she said, okay, come on, let's go. You know how I kind of explained to you before that Natalie and all angels will swipe me when I will feel something and they'll be like, you got it. Don't start going into your mind, Natalie. Keep, swipe it. So this morning, as she was giving me this whole feeling and vision of you wanting you as her mother to feel the sun, she then immediately was like, okay, Natalie, let's move forward. I love Sundays. I love a lot of chocolate fudge and syrup on top. And she then at that point showed me a vision of a very large single cherry on top of this sundae, and she smiled. And she looked directly into my eyes at that point, Brenda, and as I've explained to you before, when an angel is giving me a vision, which is coming through my soul's eye, not these eyes of mine, that is often the most important part of the message. This chocolate sundae is of great importance to your daughter, Natalie. She said, Mom, I love cherries. She had me feel that she didn't always like the cherries. Maybe she ate the sundae, but she didn't like the cherry. Maybe she gave you the cherry. She says, Mom, I love cherries now. She then quickly went into continuing to show me a vision of her. Immediately, I could tell in this vision she was giving me, it was of your daughter, Natalie. And we know Natalie's very theatrical in life. She was very much of an entertainer. She wanted, the fame and the fortune. She wanted to be on stage. She was very much so exuberant and full of life. She was a good entertainer, actress, whatever you want to call her. She loved being in that limelight, right? And so I knew as soon as she began to give me this vision, listen to my roosters, of her. It was her. And she had pigtails. And she was wearing a blue and white gingham style overall type, little dress. And she was carrying a basket. And I was like, hello, that's Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. This is Dorothy. But Natalie's like, no, it's me. Not me, your daughter. She says, Mom, it was not a storm that brought me to another space and place. Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, it was a storm that brought her to this, bizarre place, the Wizard of Oz, right? Your daughter is in heaven. It wasn't a storm. We know it was an accident that took your daughter's life. And yet she wants you to know that it was a fairy tale adventure created by heaven that brought your daughter to heaven. She said it wasn't the Wizard of Oz, it was God, and it was all of the angels. The first thing Natalie saw when her life began to leave her body, her soul began to leave her body, was a rainbow. What she had me see in this vision this morning, well, when we think of rainbows, we think of the emoji, a little rainbow. We think of the Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, the colors of a rainbow. And we think of a little arch, or maybe we think of a full rainbow, and that's even more special. No. what your Natalie saw when she was in that car accident and taken to heaven, her soul. She saw a rainbow of color. She saw a rainbow of color that was almost like a blanketing of translucent. This is really hard to explain, okay? Some people call this the fifth dimension when I'm explaining such things. I don't really do a whole lot of studying on what I receive from angels, Brenda. But what I am shown by angels is most definitely real, and it is often really hard for me to find the words to paint the Van Gogh, so to speak, to deliver these messages. Natalie is here helping me right now to find the words, because heaven is beyond words. Angels don't need words. Angels are energy. Angels are all. She saw rainbow of colors, translucent, meaning see-through and yet not see-through, much like the wave of the ocean. Very calm, peaceful, beautiful ocean. These colors of the rainbow as your daughter's soul was going to heaven. That's what she felt like, she said. She was, okay, when you think about the ocean waters, there's high tide and there's low tide. When the tide's coming in, it brings the water in. When the tide's going out, it goes out. She, your daughter, as an angel, is sharing with you today that what she felt was this rainbow she was on was a very gentle, slow tide coming in. And that was her soul coming into heaven. This is so beautiful. Again, it's really hard for me to put this into words, okay? So, tears are coming now because I'm hearing it right now again too. What your daughter had me hear this morning was, heaven's choir, heaven's symphony, heaven's music that welcomed your daughter on this rainbow of a tide coming into heaven. There was no voices, there was no words to this music. It was it was angelic. It was divine. It was so beautiful that, and I don't hear this from my physical ears, you know this, but what I was hearing from within my own soul, it was so beautiful. I had to sit down in the middle of my field as your daughter was giving me this vision this morning. It was so beautiful. It touched me so deeply. I've even got like a little bit of the shakes right now. Like I'm in awe. This is not sad, by the way. This is not sad tears, okay? Please know that. I'm not sad right now as myself, Natalie, and your daughter, Natalie, coming through me right now is not sad. And yet, this whole parallel connection that I have with your daughter as an angel is so beyond beautiful. I am in awe, and I'm continuing to try to keep my mind off to the side. So going forward from all of that, giving me this Dorothy from Wizard of Oz vision, going on the rainbow into the clouds, into heaven, she then showed me a vision where it was the brightest light ever, and yet it wasn't blinding light. It didn't blind you, it didn't make you look away. It was light that I can't compare. Again, like these colors of the rainbow. Yeah, there's no dimension. So it's hard to say, you know, here's this bright light, but you could look at it. And all of a sudden, a whole row, the first thing I saw was the brightest red ladybug. Walking, and behind this little ladybug was then a bumblebee kind of flying over the ladybug, and then behind the ladybug was a blue and yellow butterfly, and that was kind of going above the bumblebee. So here you've got the ladybug, and then you've got the bumblebee, and then you've got this butterfly, and behind that was a little lizard, and then there was a little ant. And at that point, when I saw the little ant, I remember in my mind at that point, I was hearing the ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. And I was like, stop. And at that point, Natalie was just laughing with me. Your daughter, as an angel, was laughing with me. She was like, Natalie, you got it. Keep going, you know? So there was a worm, there was an inchworm, there was a cardinal, there was a blue jay, there was a hawk. All of these creatures and critters like the ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. That was exactly why your daughter was laughing with me, because she's like, that's what I want my mom to feel. I want my mom to know that the day that I died was a most glorious day, and it continues to remain that way because there is no time in heaven, Mom. It's not about days and it's not about nights here in heaven. Here in heaven, she says, heaven is everywhere. I, as your daughter, she said, am with you everywhere. She further went in to give me it was beyond visions. She went in to give me these feelings and, soul feelings that when you're in the grocery store, for instance, she says that she loves when you go down the cereal aisle in particular. She winked at me at that point. I don't know if there was a favorite cereal or something that you used to buy for Natalie, or that perhaps you still continue to buy when you think about Natalie. She also then took me to when you're at the gas station putting gas in your car. And she had me feel, like most of us in this life, when we're pumping gas, we're sitting there, we either click that automatic button until the gas, it clicks off, or sometimes there's not a nozzle there and we have to hold it the whole time. But either way, we people, when we're putting gas in our car, typically are thoughtless. We might have our to-do list in the back of our mind that, well, where are we going from here? What are we doing today? That kind of thing. But it's really kind of like blank thoughts at that point. This is a very important part of the message today from your daughter for you, Brenda. And that your daughter, number one, wants you to know that she is always with you. She's with you at that gas station pumping gas. She's with you in the grocery store going down all the aisles. She loves those Sundays. She is the sun. She is everything in between. She is with you in every way that you embrace her to be. You know that Natalie has been wanting you, as you even related to all these messages that I've been giving you in the past, Brenda, to continue your journey in writing as well as with music. I have a feeling you did really create a music playlist. That was brought up in past messages, and Natalie's like, yes. Natalie then showed me, I can't think of the name of this game. Is it called Connect 4? I'm not sure, okay? But it's like that tall standing thing, and you have red and black checkers, and there's all these holes, and you start putting the checkers in, and you want to get them all lined up, the black and the red colors. So at that point, I was like, is this Connect 4? And Natalie kind of swiped me. She's like, you got it, don't worry about it. But yes, Connect 4. 4 is another very special number today, okay? I don't know what this means. This becomes part of your treasure hunt. We already know the number 3 is significant of heaven's entities, of God, Jesus, and Spirit. Spirit, angels, to me, the same thing. Connect 4. This is very important for you. I don't know if you played this game or if she was utilizing this vision through me of this game so that I could get to that very point of giving to you. Connect 4. Natalie then gave me, I'm not quite in my mind right now, okay, but I don't know if she's going to allow me to go back, but she gave me a vision also this morning of opening up a child jewelry box, where the classic little ballerina pops up and then music starts to play, and the little ballerina, maybe she twirls around or she doesn't. But she gave me this vision of this ballerina jewelry box. She said, listen to the music, Mom. Listen to the music. I don't know if perhaps you haven't been listening to music as often as you normally do, Brenda. I know you do love music. She wants you to continue listening to the music. I don't know if you can hear right now, but there's wind chimes on my farm pretty much everywhere. And so when the wind is going, I can hear the wind chimes. But they become very much so just, nothing that I'm like, oh, there's my wind chimes. It becomes much like my roosters when they're cock-a-doodle-doing. And I'm on the phone with somebody. I'm not even thinking about it. I don't hear it. I'm so used to it. Right? And yet, she wants you to tap into your senses, Brenda. She wants you to hear more. She wants you to see more so that you can feel more from your soul. Your daughter is helping you in your life at this point to further connect your own dots. You've got the pieces of your own puzzle. You've got your own life. Your daughter is delighting as an angel and helping you to tap into your soul. Because going back to the beginning of this message, Brenda, as I said, what is our soul? I mean, even if you look up the definition of soul, that really doesn't make much sense, you know? I could sit here and say I have a feeling, and yet that's not what this is about either. It's not about what me, Natalie, thinks in my mind. This is coming from your daughter, all of this message today. This is not about me being any sort of a therapist or, somebody trying to help you go through the stages and phases of your life, living a life without your daughter in this life. This is your daughter presenting to you as an angel in the most beautiful and glorious ways, and I delight in all that your daughter shares with me. I delight in all the ways that you continue to receive these messages from your daughter. I'm grateful to be a messenger in life. I'm grateful, so grateful, to share these beautiful messages with you. Brenda, I don't know what you're doing, what you've done today or anything like that. The notes are done here. You've heard how quiet it is on the farm during this now 26-minute long video message that I'm giving to you from your daughter, Natalie. I feel her now. This is bizarre because I usually feel her in the circle here. I'm feeling her right here. I'm feeling a really warm feeling in here. I don't really study a whole lot about, what my personal Natalie abilities are with connecting with angels. And yet I do like to share what I'm feeling physically, because for me, it's not, I don't consider myself a psychic. I don't even like to use the word medium. I'm a messenger. I talk to angels every day of my life, Brenda. I think you need to go out and get a sundae with the cherry on top. And I think you need to smile and feel it all. Brenda, your daughter is with peace. I hope you feel this. I love to share this. If you have any questions about this message today, always feel free to reach out to me. Do you see how I started off this message? I was in tears. I was very emotional, and yet that wasn't my emotion at first. At first it was, and then it wasn't. And now there's this whole sense of calmness within me. I'm exhausted, not because of your daughter, because I'm the good shepherd as well as a messenger in life. I am a busy person, just like your daughter is a busy angel. Your daughter is in the limelight of her life. She is direct center, front stage, side stage, rear stage, upstage, downstage of heaven. I love your daughter. Brenda, I hope this message finds you well. I look forward to hearing from you soon, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Thank you.